Hi, Aries. Welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective love reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you are likely to find a message in there. Now, this could be past, present, or future person. It's whatever message Spirit would like to bring up. So let's get into this. Spirit, can we get some cards for Aries for what is going on in love? Okay, can we get 2 more cards, please? Okie dokie. Okay, so the overall energy we have here is the Hermit. So it feels very much like you may be isolating yourself at the moment. You could be on your own doing some inner healing work, trying to make wise choices with regards to relationships. Very much feels like you're doing a lot of thinking about things here. Now, in your particular energies, we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, King of Pentacles in the reverse, it is very much a card of you feel like you're losing things easily. You're very good at gaining things, but keeping hold of them, keeping that stability with them, it doesn't seem to be very easy for you. That's the kind of energy that I'm reading from that. Let's get some clarity on that King of Pentacles. Okay, so the first one that came out, yeah, Five of Pentacles here. Very much feeling like you've got nothing, feeling abandoned, feeling a lack of something. Um, you just don't feel very successful at all. You feel like you've got nobody around you that can help. I've got a Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, a lack of stability here, potentially not being able to grow that stability that you need. You might feel like you don't have the financial backing to go into a relationship. I've got a Nine of Swords, so it does feel like you're very much trying to, how to put it, you could be losing sleep. You might have a lot of stress and anxiety, sleepless nights, possibly a bit of depression over it as well. Now, I do feel like you're not communicating with someone. There could be somebody that you are very much wanting to move towards. But with this Queen of Swords, it does feel like you're very much guarding your heart. You're very not so much closed off, but you don't really want to let anybody in. You potentially keeping yourself at a bit of a distance and trying to make sure that you're cutting out the riffraff. You don't want to let the wrong people in. I do have a Four of Wands. So you do want stability. There is potentially someone here that you do see as being a happy, stable relationship, someone that you can have that happy home with, and have a lot of celebration with. Now, in your person's energy, there's Five of Wands in the reverse. So they may have been going through a lot of competition, potentially some fights, and they've stopped. They don't want to fight anymore. So what is this Five of Wands in the reverse, please, Spirit? Yeah, very much. Their energy is no longer fighting, not putting up with things, walking away from any kind of competition or fighting. So they've got a Ten of Pentacles. They're feeling extremely stable. They are feeling like they've got a lot going. Very much they've got that stable home and family life. They are not too worried about that. They do have a Ten of Wands, so they are feeling like they've got a bit of a burden that they need to release, or that they're ready to share the load. It might be that maybe they've, got a lot going for themselves and they want to start sharing with someone. Um, Sometimes burdens can be things like, like financial burdens. Sometimes when you find a partner, it's better to share the load. You've also got like the emotional burdens that come with relationships, not having to do everything all yourself, because sometimes when you're on your own, that can be a massive burden. And it does feel like they're ready to, you know, let it lift. I've got a Seven of Swords here in the reverse. It does suggest that they are ready to come clean about something that they've been keeping hidden for a while. I don't know what it is. I have a feeling that it is something to do with you and some passion, because we have this Page of Wands. Uh, so there is going to be a bit of a message coming in towards you, a bit of a passionate message, um, potentially, something flirty, something fun. Now, because it's a wands, it could be coming from a bit of a distance as well, because the wands are generally about traveling. So it could be very much that this person is going to have to travel to you to get you this message, but they are very much coming in towards you. But yeah, it does feel like they've been keeping whatever this is to themselves, and they're ready to release and share. Now, how are you feeling about this relationship? As a relationship, we've got the Seven of Wands. So I don't know if you feel like there's been some deception here. It could just be that you feel like things have been hidden, kept secret. Uh, yeah, if there is some deception, you're going to be finding out about it. What's this I said Seven of Wands, it's Seven of Swords. What's this Seven of Swords? Okay, so I've got an Eight of Swords here. So somebody was in their own head about something, and they've stopped overthinking, and now they're moving forward. We've got a Four of Cups, potentially feeling a little bit bored, looking for other options, not seeing what's in front of them. Now, the Star card came out to the side. So it feels to me like there could be hope here, but somebody doesn't know how much hope they want to put into it. In the upright, I would suggest that it's a lot of hope. It's like a dream come true, wish fulfillment, kind of, wishing upon the star. It's something that you really want. In the reverse, you don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. There's a lack of hope. It's in the middle. Somebody doesn't know how to make up their mind. Someone doesn't know if this is what they want or whether it's not what they want. And I feel like that is what is potentially why you feel like there could be deception. Maybe it's self-deception because you don't know what you want. You don't know if you want this or whether you want something else. And I feel like that's very much that Four of Cups energy. And I think that you've been keeping yourself stuck thinking about it for a long time, and now you're trying to move forward for it, but you still don't necessarily know what you want. But like I say, they're going to come towards you anyway with this, whatever it is that they need to get off the chest, which very much looks like a passionate message, and they are coming to talk to you about it. Now, your challenge, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So your challenge is all about stability and home. That Queen of Pentacles likes to spend a bit of money. Um, they like to have the luxuries in life. She likes to have a stable home. Now, your person feels like they've got a stable home. You feel like you don't. I don't know quite how this challenge is going to pan out. Now, obviously, that stability of home and having that home is something that is the challenge. So maybe their stable isn't the same as the stable you would want. Maybe it's vice versa. Maybe having that home itself could be an issue. Like I say, maybe there's distance here. Okay. Yeah. So we've got a chariot in the reverse. So there's definitely something to do with moving, potentially the home itself. Movement, not necessarily being able to move, very much being at a distance from each other. Now, we also have a Ten of Cups in the reverse. which suggests that there could be some sort of unhappy family member in this too. Now, that Queen of Pentacles can also be somebody that gives a lot of time and energy out. And a lot of the time, I mean, on this particular one, you can see there's a child there, you know, very nurturing, very giving. It could very well be that there's a child involved in this, and the child might not excuse me, potentially be very happy about the situation. We have a judgment card in the reverse. So, whatever this home situation is, somebody is feeling like a decision's being made and it's not being made very fairly. So, whatever it is regarding, whether it's to do with, who's got more stability, where you're going to live, um, somebody's not happy with that decision. There's a lot of fear here as well. And there's certain things that are being kept in the dark. Now, I feel like somebody's not tapping into their intuition. I feel like there is some messages that are probably sitting in someone's subconscious that their intuition is telling them, and they are completely ignoring it. And I think that's got something to do with this feeling like things aren't fair. I feel like they're so blinded by feeling like things aren't fair that they're ignoring something very important that their intuition is trying to scream at them. So there could be, you might be getting messages in your dreams. So if you get any vivid dreams, it's worth keeping a dream journal, looking up any symbolisms that are coming out from it, anything that keeps reoccurring, just to see if spirit is trying to give you a message through your dreams. Now, the outcome, I've got a 10 of swords in the upright, and I've got a 10 of cups in the reverse. So there is going to be an ending to something. You're going to be ending a cycle at the end of this in the outcome. Now, this 10 of swords could be self-betrayal. It could be somebody else betraying in some form. And we still have that 10 of cups. So this family, this unhappy family is still going to be there. I don't think it matters what you do. This unhappy family is still going to be unhappy. I feel like it's very much you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't regarding that. Now it could even be that how do I put it? Maybe you decide to move to somebody. Your family might not be happy that you're moving to someone. Now, when I'm saying family member, it could also be friends because that 10 of cups is the family that you choose. And it could be that they feel very betrayed because you've moved away, you know. Um, it could be that somebody might try and sabotage you from doing what you need to do or doing what you want to do. You might have people trying to give you guilt trips. Right, let's get clarity on this 10 of swords and 10 of cups. Now, one thing I will point out, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. So you've got a good chunk of reoccurring numbers out here. You've got a couple of fours as well. So if you are seeing reoccurring numbers, signs and synchronicities, it is worth checking out what they mean, because sometimes spirit's just got a bit of a message for you to help you through. Now we've got an 8 of wands here. So there's definitely movement, fast communication potentially, or just moving in general. The 8 of wands is a card of movement, fast movement. So it could very well be that you are moving very fast. As in moving house, moving location, and you do it pretty quickly, and somebody might feel a little bit betrayed about it. Now, it could just be that there's a lot of fast communication between you and this person from, you know, trying to work out what it is that you want. I've got a 9 of wands in the reverse. So any boundaries that you've been keeping up, trying to keep people out, trying to keep uh, people from getting too close. It's very much a case of you're bringing those down and you are ready to go into a journey with them. And again, the 9 of wands, when it's in the reverse, again is a card of moving potentially into a home as well. We do have a Four of Pentacles here, so it does suggest to me that there is going to be a bit of spending going on. And it does also tell me that there is going to be a release to something that's being held on to for a while. Now, that could have something to do with that feeling of betrayal. Like I say, I feel like it's more of a self-betrayal than anything else, possibly limiting beliefs that you may have had. Um, and obviously with you having that Ten of Cups coming up in a challenge and in your outcome, it does feel like you might be releasing the fact that, you're going to have somebody's not going to be happy about you moving forward. And I feel like this whole hermit is very much leaning into that, very much looking at potentially self-betrayals, evaluating what it is that you wanted. What is it you've been deceiving yourself about? All right, let's get you some romance angels. See what other messages Spirit's got for you. Oh, beautiful. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Now, that could have something to do with that Ten of Cups as well, because let's face it, sometimes you may still if you've got children with an ex, you may still consider them as part of the family. This is very much suggesting that it is time to release that energy, release that ex. Okay, you might have children with them, but they're no longer your family. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Right. I hope you enjoyed that reading today, Aries. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. For those of you that have subscribed already, thank you very much for your subscription. It helps the channel to grow and helps those messages get passed on. So thank you very much for all of your support. Good luck and thank you for joining me.